experience sadness, worries, and fear? Do you feel disturbed or disoriented? Are you confused about how you are going to begin your life? Or are you experiencing a difficult time adapting to the new normal? Could some of what you're feeling right now as the discomforts of this new life unfold be grief? And that is what we're going to talk about in this video series. Hello everyone, this is Miss Dubian, your guidance teacher. In our first video, we will answer the question, what is grief? And for the second video, we will talk about how we are going to manage our grief. So without further ado, let's begin. One of the most prevalent happenings in our world today is experiencing losses due to pandemic. And just recently, sunod-sunod na bagyo ang dumating at nag-iwan ng maraming pagkawasak sa ating bansa. Some families lost their loved ones. Among us felt a sense of loss, but about being unable to spend time with their loved ones. What else did we lose due to the pandemic? And all of these catastrophes happening to us. In a collective sense, we have lost something critical, our sense of normalcy. What was regular and predictable just a few months ago is now actually gone. We lost a certain way of life or activities that we need to put on hold. We lost our identity. A pilot, almost half of his life because of pandemic, cannot fly anymore. May experience disorientation and loss of purpose because he doesn't know what else he can do aside from flying an airplane. We lost our expectations. Yung iba dito siguro may mga schedule to travel, hindi natuloy. Or they are expecting to get married, na postpone. Yung iba, you're planning to open a business, everything is halted. We lost our freedom. We cannot go out unless we have a quarantine pass. So just imagine the children who were playing regularly outside with their friends suddenly confined in their homes, and until now their movement are restricted. We lost financial stability. Maraming nawala ng trabaho ngayon at walang kasiguraduhan kung magkakatrabaho agad. Ano pa ba ang mga nawala sa atin? We lost ABS-CBN. Let's admit it, maraming naapektuhan sa pagkawala ng isa sa pinakamalaking network station sa ating bansa. Those who lost their loved ones never had an opportunity to mourn and bid goodbyes. We cannot be comforted, nor can we comfort in those in mourning. We lost our ability to celebrate birthday parties, and mostly affected were children at the age of 5, 6, or 7 years old because this is one of the most important milestones in their development stage. There are so many losses that lead to a feeling of uncertainties. As a result, we feel we lost control of our lives. Also, this creates small, big, or overwhelming emotions which can never be right or wrong. To emphasize, normal lang po na makaramdam tayo ng ganitong mga emosyonal na dahil sa sitwasyon natin ngayon. Therefore, we are all grieving. Nagdadalamhati tayong lahat dahil sa mga nawala sa atin due to grief. Grief is a natural response to loss. It's the emotional suffering we feel when something or someone we love is taken away from us. Is it considered an illness or mental problem na dapat gamutin? It's a big no. Dahil ito ay normal na pinagdadaanan ng lahat ng taong nawala ng mahal sa buhay o nawala sa ang bagay na pinaglalaanan ng kanilang pagmamahal. Grieving is a reflection of what we love. Therefore, try to let it in and not push it away because there is nothing wrong with us if we grieve. To have a better understanding of grief, let's talk about the stages of grief. According to Kessler and Kubler, or Elizabeth Kubler-Ross, there are 5 non-linear stages of grief. When we grieve, we may experience all of this in a non-sequential manner. These are denial, anger, bargaining, sadness, and acceptance. In many instances, denial is our first reaction when we lost someone or something. For example, this is not happening. I don't believe it. I'm okay, I'm not affected. We are denying a fact that something unacceptable is happening, and yet it helps us to cope and survive the grief event. The next stage is anger. This is the time na nagsisink it na totoo na palang may nangyayaring hindi maganda. We start to focus on someone or something to blame of the cause of our grief. According to mental health professionals, anger is a necessary stage of grief. It is not healthy to suppress your anger. Therefore, you need to feel the anger. The direction of anger to someone or something is what might bridge you back to reality and connect to people again. This is a natural step in healing. In case may nagalit sa'yo for no reason at all at ikaw ang biniblame niya, just try to understand that person. Baka nasa grieving process siya of anger. The third stage is bargaining. In this stage, we might falsely believe that we can avoid grief through a type of negotiation. For example, the vaccine will be available naman next year. In the meantime, I will wear face mask and face shield so I will not get the virus. We are trying to regain control of the situation, or we want to feel that we can affect the outcome of an event. The next stage is depression or matinding sadness. It represents the emptiness we feel when we are living in reality and realize that the person or situation is gone or over. This is the time we experience extreme sadness and helplessness. You might even experience suicidal thoughts, thinking what's the point of going on. Depression may feel like the inescapable landing point of any loss, but we have to move past this stage to be able to move forward. The last stage of grief is acceptance. This is the time we now have a sense of understanding and the ability to continue through this grief journey. Our emotions begin to stabilize. We are re-entering reality. We come to terms with the fact that the new reality is that we lost someone or something and we are okay about it. It's not a good thing, but it's something we can live with. We understand what we have lost can never be replaced, but we move, grow, and evolve into our new reality. In that case, grief is real and it is acceptable. It is normal for us to grieve in our present situation. Our feelings of loss and fear of uncertainties are valid. What are we going to do? Ngayong alam na natin that we are grieving, na nagdadalamhati tayo sa mga nangyari sa atin ngayon. Kung ang pagdadalamhati ay normal na proseso, how can we move past our grieving so that we can move forward to the new normal? The first step that we can do is acknowledge that we are grieving. Nung mga bata kasi tayo, karamihan sa atin may ganitong karanasan. Halimbawa, nawala o nasira yung paborito mong laruan o kaya namatay yung paborito mong alagang aso o pusa. Pag umiyak tayo or nagpakita tayo ng kalungkutan, okay, the people around us sasabihin sa atin, oh, bakit ka umiiyak? Anong nakakaiyak dyan? Laruan lang yan. Bumili na lang tayo ng bago. O kaya, hindi ka dapat nalulungkot. Okay? Bakit ka malulungkot? Mag-alaga ka na lang ulit ng ibang aso. Okay? Will you please stop crying? May mga ganun pa, di ba? Minsan, pinapagalitan pa nga tayo eh. Okay? Because crying or showing our sadness is a sign of weakness. So as we grow old, we learn that the acceptable response is not to cry or to express our true feelings, but to suppress it. Okay? We have to, kailangan natin siyang itago, di ba? Because this will also show we are a strong person. But the truth is, being a strong person is recognizing that we are hurt by the loss, embracing that pain, and expressing our true emotions. Therefore, do not avoid it nor suppress your grieving, because this will also help you to rise above your affliction. The second step that we can do is to divide our choices in dealing with our grief into two categories: that which we can control and that which we cannot control. Let's begin that which we cannot control. Ano-ano ba yung mga bagay, sitwasyon na hindi natin kayang kontrolin? Out of our control. We cannot control the pandemic. We cannot control COVID-19. Hindi natin kayang kontrolin ang pagdating ng sunod-sunod na bagyo sa ating bansa. We cannot control how long this will go on or how bad it will get. How are we going to deal with it? In my experience, the best way is to let God take control and pray for the strength and wisdom to deal with the things we can control. Yes, we have to focus on the things that we can control. Now, let's move on to the things we can control. I will only focus on these two areas of us we can control. The first thing that we have control is our attitude. Viktor Frankl, a Holocaust survivor, once said, "Everything can be taken away from us except our freedom to choose our attitude about a given circumstance." Our attitude can be a belief or a way of feeling or acting toward a person, thing, or situation. So if we have this belief na hindi natin kayang lampasan ang hirap na dulot ng pandemya, magre-reflect ito sa ating pag-uugali, din sa ating emosyon, at ganoon na rin sa ating behavior. Halimbawa, may paniniwala tayong nabuo na mahirap mag-online class at mas gugustuhin pa rin natin yung face-to-face. Normal na setup. Magkakaroon tayo ngayon ng saradong pag-iisip sa advantages ng online class. Tapos, magiging mabigat ang pakiramdam natin sa tuwing meron tayong online class, di ba? Hanggang sa tatamarin na tayo, hanggang sa mawala na tayong ng ganang mag-online class. In the same way, if we believe that grieving will be a difficult process to undertake, then that will dictate our thoughts, feelings, and how we will respond. No matter what life experiences we confront, we always have the power to decide how to respond to any given thought, emotion, or set of circumstances. Therefore, one thing in us that we can control to successfully deal with any life challenges is our attitude. The last is our awareness of the here and now. Let us be more aware and put our attention in our present time, because this is where we have control. As of now, what can we do to move forward even if we are still grieving? Hindi naman natin kinakalimutan o pinipigilan or ini-ignore yung ating pag-grieve. But what can we do while we grieve? We cannot change our past, and if we were hurt by our past, there's nothing we can do to undo it. However, we can carry with us all of the good memories and life lessons to our present. What about worrying our future? We also don't have control over our future. So again, let God take control of it. But remember this: if we can make our present better, then we will have a bright future. I would like to end this video with a quote from Mark and Angel Chernoff. It is what it is, accept it, learn from it, and grow from it. It doesn't matter what you've done. What truly matters is what you do from here. That's all for now. I hope you learned something in our topic for this video. Feel free to comment below, share your ideas, and I really love to hear your feedback to have a healthy discussion about this topic. Thank you so much for watching, and I hope to see you all again in my next video. Till then, and have a wonderful weekend.